All right, well, we're going to be getting here live shortly from Dakota Ring 2. Exciting 10U action here from Dakota. SPL final game of the season, the regular season, being played against Minnetonka. Skippers down in the blue and the white. And your SPL are wearing the white and the gray. Got about less than a minute to go on the warm-ups for both teams, and we'll get started here shortly. SPL is battling second and third right now. Really depends on what Chaska Chan does. They are favored by a point in the standings. They've got one extra win in the standings with 11, as we have 10. We have one extra tie, which is 4-3. So Skippers, I believe, are 4-10 or 5-8. Yeah, so SPL game 15 through 15, 10-1-4, 10 wins, 1 loss, 4 ties. Shots are goals on the year 65, but giving up 19. And it appears we'll have in the gold when the gold or when districts playoffs start in the gold bracket, we'll have Eden Prairie finishing first, Chaska Chan either second or third, and Edina Green finishing fourth. Silver bracket will have SPL Black, Edina Black, Minnetonka Black, and probably Waconia. So we are starting here. Face-off draw. We'll go to SPL Ness. And it comes back over to Emma Samuel. They hit the puck in. That's a good onside. They forecheck. Comes right over to Ness. Intercepted right out in front. Puck will come over to the side. Samuel has the puck down there, trying to get to the wing. They hit the puck down. Here comes Perez on forecheck. That puck will come back down in the corner. Here comes Minnetonka. Ooh, got away with almost a trip there. That's a good onside for Minnetonka. That puck's going to come right back out in the neutral zone. Perez on forecheck. Defensive pairing go in. Knapp and Schaefer. Back at the D. That's offsides. Perez is offsides there, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off here. 12:09 to go. First period. Center ice draw. Looks like we got Solberg in net tonight. Pearson wins the draw. Back over to Schaefer. Schaefer over to Maddie Knapp. She's deflected. Puck's going to hit down into the zone. They forecheck. Here comes Ellie. Ellie off the boards, getting the puck over to Bree, just past Bree. It's going to come out in the neutral zone now on offsides. No changes for SPL. Pearson, Rampart, Shanka. Here comes Shanka. They hit the puck out. Comes back over to Maddie. Maddie hitting the puck up. Nobody home in the neutral zone. Here comes Minnetonka. Here comes the skipper. They get in. Backhand. That's going to come over to Pearson. Here comes Nora. Pearson going. They got Samuel going out wide. Shot deflected up the back of the goal. Back over in front. Sitting right out in front. Oh, good save. Puck's going to come back to Fearson. Fearson back to Ellie. Ellie back it over to Maddie. Maddie with the shot deflected wide. Didn't have much on it. Try to get it back to Maddie at the point. Intercepted by a skipper. Cross ice pass. Schaefer with the puck. Schaefer skates behind her net. She gains possession. Now a turnover. Pass right over and across. Nobody home. That puck's going to come back over into the SPL zone. Schaefer gains possession. Coming right behind the net. Gets it over to Samuel at the wing. Now it comes back to the point. Now a turnover. Here comes Maddie now. Comes Maddie. Good move. Shot. Wide of the net. Hits the puck deep. Samuel is there. Let's go, Emma. She's pressured by a skipper. Puck is down in the corner. Girls are battling. Good job by that was a good attempt right on in front. Nobody home. Shot deflected, and it'll be a freeze of a puck, so we'll have a face-off draw inside the skipper zone. So we got a face-off draw. Face-off draw goes right back to I think that's Annie Rampart trying to get it out. She's pressured by a skipper. Comes right out in front. Here comes Shanka. Free Shanka going. Tries to hit it across. She hits the puck deep. Rampart on forecheck. Comes back off the boards. Comes back to Hendrickson at the point. Hendrickson trying to hit it out in front. Nobody home. Comes back to Quinn. Quinn with the shot. Deflected and freeze of a puck. There we go, face-off draw. Fearson on the draw. She gets it back over to Emma Samuel right at the wing. That puck's going to come right behind. The girls are battling here. Comes right over to Fearson and a shot and a goal. Right out in front. Goal number one. Good assist on the goal on Fearson. 1-0 SPL. That puck's going to come back down, come back over to Schaefer. Schaefer hitting the puck up. And that's going to stay in the zone. Comes back down to Samuel and Fearson and Schaefer. They battle. That's going to stay in the zone. That's going to come back down to a skipper. Puck comes back down off the boards. Schaefer hitting the puck over. Maddie at the point. Maddie with the shot. Deflected. Comes back to Perez. Shot. What a goal. Fearson. Goal number 2. Working on the natural hat trick coming. 8:51 to go. Shots on goal are 3-1 in favor of SPL. Bundy on the draw. Bundy gets the puck back over to down into Peterson. Now a turnover. Save. Oh, that went off the side of the post. Comes back over to Shanka at the wing. Here comes Bree. Bree hits the puck in. She goes in for the forecheck. Puck comes back down around the corner. Minnetonka gaining possession. They get it out of the neutral zone. Peterson's got the puck, one on, off the boards, gets the puck out in the neutral zone where Bree Shaka's there, along with Bundy. And that puck's going to stay, comes back over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson gets the puck up, just past Rampart. And Rampart gets the puck over to Bundy. Or is it, yeah, I think that was Bundy. Over down to Shanka. Shanka's pressuring down the corner. Comes back down. That's going to come to the point. Peterson with the shot. Oh, good save on the goal. Come back over to the point. Oh, takes a shot. And she's taken down. Here comes Minnetonka. 1-on-3. Good play by Quinn. Nice back check. Good pressure on the girls. And that's going to be a good onside. Now a turnover. Deflected, goes back into the zone. Here comes Hendrickson. Hendrickson off the boards, getting the puck down to Perez. Perez, nice move. Two skippers go at each other. Collided. That puck's going to stay on the boards. Good job by Bundy. Bundy off the boards to herself. Comes back over. Maddie right there. Comes Schaefer. Schaefer's got one pressured on her. Comes behind the net. Puck comes back over to Samuel. That's going to come out to the neutral zone. Bundy's there, and that puck comes back over. Good job, Mads. Take it, Maddie. Maddie takes a shot deep, goes behind the net. Puck's down in the corner. Samuel's there. Samuel off the boards, back to Schaefer at the point. Schaefer with the shot, deflected, nobody home. Comes back behind the net. Now off the boards. Comes back to Maddie at the point. Maddie with the shot. Skippers with a good outlet pass. It's going to come over. Maddie hitting deflected wide. Comes back over to Samuel. Here comes Schaefer. Or that's Ness, actually. My apologies. Ness is there. She's battling. Hits the puck in. Now that's going to come back over to the point where Schaefer's there. Schaefer with a pass right across. Nobody home. That puck's going to come back to Ness. Now over to Maddie. Maddie trying to hit the puck in. The puck's going to come back over to Schaefer. Schaefer hitting the puck out just to Samuel. Nobody home. They're going to call icing if it goes down that far. Skipper touch it. No icing. Samuel gaining possession of that puck. Pressuring. That puck's going to come out to the neutral zone. Maddie's there. Off the boards, getting it over to Annie Rampart. Here comes Annie. Hitting across right over in front of Ness. Shoots and scores! Livy Ness from Rampart and Knapp. Three on the scoreboard. Shots on goal are 5-2. 5:10 to go first period. Also want to give a shout out to, and I'm hoping she's watching, Harper Henny. We are rooting for your recovery, bud. We need you back. Drink lots of vitamin D, lots of OJ. Looking forward to number 77 returning on the ice. Puck will come back down over, and that's going to come to Rampart. She keeps that puck in. That's going to be deflected. That's going to come back out. That's going to be past Peterson. Puck will be down in the zone, and that'll be an icing call. 4:33 to go, first period. Districts will be played at Minnetonka Ice Arena this coming weekend. So we still have some games being played. I know Eden Prairie is completely done. Nobody can touch them. They've clinched the top seed. Chaska-Chan has a game left. We have a game left, and I think Edina Green, I think, is what I saw. They're done for the regular season, or can't. They have one game they can't get second or third based on the outcome. So they'll be a 4 seed. Bundy getting the puck off the boards. Comes back to Samuel. Samuel up to Bundy. That puck will come back down in the neutral zone. Skippers gain possession. And they hit that puck off. And it's going to be a deflection. It was no icing. Girls are forechecking. Comes back off the boards. They try to keep that puck in, and puck goes back down. Here comes Maddie Knapp behind the net. Maddie off the boards trying to get to Samuel. Puck's going to come out to the neutral zone. Samuel's there. Puck's going to come back down to Schaefer. Here comes Ellie. Ellie's trying to make a move. Ellie's wide. Taken down. Nobody, no penalty. Comes right out in front over to Samuel. Samuel battling. Comes across. Nobody home. Good play by Bundy staying back where Schaefer was down. The puck's going to come and deflect across. Samuel off the boards over to Annie Rampart. She skates past it. Now it's going to come back to Annie. Come back to Samuel. Samuel hitting the puck, trying to get into our zone. They battle. Bundy hits the puck in finally. Now across. That's going to come back over to Schaefer. That puck's going to be into a Skipper stick. Here comes Ness. Ness has a goal. 2 goals by Fearson. Oh, that's going to come right back out. We got to retreat. Yeah, it's good on sides now. Shot. Glove save and a save. So a face-off draw will be in the Skipper zone. 3-0 here to report. Face-off goes to SPL down to Quinn Hendrickson. She gets the puck off the boards. That's going to stay in. Now it's going to come back over to, here comes Fearson. Nice move by Fearson, but that puck's going to stay in. Now it's offsides. So I'll have a neutral zone face-off. Minute 41 to go. Confirmed, Edina Green. Face-off goes to Samuel. She hits it in briefly, gets down to a Skipper. Puck is down, comes back over to Emma. Emma with the shot. Didn't miss much on that one, but that's going to come back to Hendrickson at the point. Come back over to Peterson. Peterson with a shot and a goal. Wow, what a shot on Estelle. It's a nice rip from the point. Four goals here in the first period for SPL. 2 for Fearson, 1 for Ness, and 1 from Peterson at the point. I think the apple goes to Emma Samuel on that one. Puck will come back over to Bree Shaka, who hits the puck in. And they battle. Here comes down in the corner. They move the puck. That puck's in. Comes back over to a Skipper. Here they come out, breaking out of their zone. Now they got a shot and a goal. Breakaway goal. 51.4 to go. First period. SPL up 4-1. Puck's going to come right around the corner. That's going to come over to Annie Rampart. Here comes Annie. Annie with a pass right over in front, deflected wide of the net. Going to come back to Maddie. Maddie with the shot. Deflected. It's going to be behind the net. We got 30 seconds to go. Got to get back. They hit it in the skipper zone. Not on net. Oh, jeez. Bree went down. She went down on the boards pretty hard there. So we're going to check on Bree here with 12 seconds to go in the first period. We'll pan over here as coaches go talk to her. Bree's back up. Gonna check on her to make sure she's all right, but we'll have a face-off draw in the Minnetonka zone. Checking on her, make sure she's all right. And then Bundy with the face-off draw comes back to Maddie Knapp. Maddie off the boards. That comes over to Samuel. We got 1 second to go. We got to shoot that puck. That was a good attempt by Emma, but that'll end the first period. 4-1 here to end period 1. We'll be right back for period 2. All right, back to period 2. 13 minutes on the clock. Official shot count is 7-4 in favor of SPL. Appreciate everybody joining here on a Tuesday evening. Nice outlet pass over to Samuel. That's going to stay in the zone. Now it's going to come right back out. You got to watch out for 63. She grinds. She's got some speed as well. Puck down over to Samuel. Samuel over to Ness. Puck comes off the boards. They try to get around it. Comes Samuel on the turnover. Samuel's got it's Perez parked right out in front. They battle. Samuel back to the point to Peterson. Peterson back to Hendrickson. What a pass. Shoots. And a save. What a pass for those duo. Good save by the goalie. And we'll have a face-off draw. Going in for a new change. Shanka's back out. And we'll have puck's gonna come back over to Rampart. I think she hit that out of the zone. Maddie will have to retreat. Maddie with the pass across over to Schaefer. It's a good on sides. Maddie off the boards, trying to get it over to Shanka at the point. And intercepted. Now a good play. Gets the puck over to Bundy. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Fearson. Here comes Nora. Nora trying to get the puck deep. She's battling. That's going to come back out in the neutral zone. Fearson has the puck off the boards. It's a good on sides. They go in for the chase. Fearson hits it down. Puck down over on the corner. Here comes Minnetonka. They gain it out. That should be an icing call if it hits the red line. Icing will be the call. So we'll have a face-off draw with 11:08 to go in the second period. SPL's up 4-1. For those that joined late, goals are scored by two from Nora Fearson, one for Olivia Ness, and one for Estelle Peterson at the point. That's going to come. Oh, wow. What a move. Puck's going to come back down to Hendrickson. Hendrickson's pressured by a skipper, but a good play. That's offsides. Oh, they gave it to her. Okay. That puck's off the side of the stick of the goalie. Possession Skippers. She's skating. Shot and a goal. So goal number 2 here for Minnetonka. Got 10:42 to go. And that puck will come back down over to Peterson. Peterson getting the puck back up to Samuel. Samuel off the boards, comes to a skipper. Now she hits it out. I don't think that's going to have enough steam to get down there. And it will be. Icing is the call. 10:22 to go. SPL going in for a line change. Ness, Rampart. Either that's Bundy or Shanka, one of the two over on the other side. I can't tell. And I think that's Shanka. And Knapp and Schaefer at the blue line. Here comes to Maddie. Maddie with the rip. Oh, good save. Puck comes back over to Schaefer. Schaefer with the shot. Schaefer hits it down over to Shanka. Back over to Ness. Here comes who went off of Maddie on the deflection, and a glove save. Face-off draw in the defensive zone. Ness, Shanka, Rampart. Same pairings. Schaefer and Knapp and the blue line. Puck will be coming right over to Ness. That's going to stay in. Schaefer's getting there. Now Ness. Here comes Olivia. Nice move, but she's pressured by a skipper. It's offsides. Oh, no, that's good on sides now. Puck will come back out to the neutral zone. That's offsides now. They were going in for a change. Face-off draw goes to SPL. Peterson off the boards, trying to get it over to Fearson. They still have it. Comes back over to Samuel. We got numbers. Samuel with a shot. Deflected. Comes right over. And a save. Had a rebound right out in front. Tried to hit it home, and good save by the goalie. Comes down to Skippers. Skippers looking to get that puck. Comes back over to Henderson. She keeps that in. Oh, cross-ice pass over to Peterson. To keep that in. Now it's going to come back over to a skipper. It's going to be offsides if they. It's good on sides now. Peterson gains possession. That's going to hit. I don't know. Hit the top of the. I think they're going to. I don't think that ever hit the bench, but the face-off draw will be inside the skipper zone. Here we go. Face-off goes down in. They battle into the zone. That's going to come to a skipper's stick. Shot. Ooh, deflected wide of the net. Puck off the boards over to Annie Rampart. Annie getting that puck out. They're going to have to retreat. SPL is forechecking. Comes back over. That's going to hit deep. Samuel, or my apologies, Schaefer. Shanka's there. Puck's going to come back over to Maddie. Maddie tries to get it out. It's going to come back over to Bundy. Bundy around our net. Puck's going to come right around. They're going to call an icing call on that one if they can get there. Let it go. Yeah, they're going to let it go. Puck off the boards. Good job by the girls. Now a turnover going to a skipper. Offside, so face-off draw will be inside the neutral zone. Here we go, face-off draw. We'll go into the skipper zone briefly. Now comes back out in the neutral zone. Puck's hit deep. Peterson. Pressured by three skippers. Now that's going to come off the boards. Now hit the casing of the glass. Perez is there. Here comes Ness. Ness is making some moves. That puck is hit over on Samuel's stick. She hits it in there. It's going to come back over to Samuel. Samuel with the shot wide of the net. Nobody home. Puck is down on Hendrickson's stick. Gets back down into the skipper zone. Officially hit the 6:18 mark in the. They're going to call an icing call on that one. Icing will be the call. 6:10 to go, second period. SPL is up 4-2. Face-off draw goes to SPL. I believe that's Shanka down there. She's trying to hit it out. Comes back to the point. Shot. Ooh, deflected right out. Good play by SPL, but now a turnover. Here comes Pearson. Making a move. Pearson with a shot, a stick save. Puck comes back down, and that's going to come out to the neutral zone. Maddie with a nice job. Hit the puck up. Comes over to Bree. Bree's pressured. Puck's going to come back over to Maddie. Now a turnover. Come back over to Schaefer. Got to be careful here. Puck back over to Pearson, who gets the puck in. Comes back to Samuel. She's poke checked. Now they got a 3-on-2 forming for the Skippers. Maddie's there. Maddie off the boards. They keep that in. Gotta watch out in front. Pearson's, here we go. Comes back to Annie Rampart. Here comes Annie. Annie with a shot, a stick save on the goalie. Puck right out in front over to Samuel. Samuel with a shot just wide of the net. Comes right over to Samuel. Comes right across. We got the B1 boys over here. Big regionals, boys. Puck will come right behind the net. Puck will come back over to Perez. Skates past it. And that comes back over to Samuel. Here comes Emma. Use some speed, Emma. Got a trailer on her. Samuel taking the shot. Yes, and a goal! Emma Samuel. Off the stick, it goes in the net. We much needed that one. 5-2 here. Second period, we've got 4:01 on the clock. Shots on goal are 14-6 in favor of SPL. And then that comes back over to SPL, tied up. Hendrickson getting the puck over. Now it went off of a skate of a skipper. They gain possession. Comes right out in front of the net. Comes back over to Estelle. Peterson's skating out. She's pressured by a skipper, but she gets the puck in. Puck comes back to Hendrickson. Hendrickson hits the puck deep. And that's going to go over to Shanka. Shanka's got Bundy. Now it comes back over to Peterson at the point. Peterson with the goal from the point. Comes back down. Nice job by Bree. Off the boards, that's going to come back to Peterson at the point. Peterson with the shot. Good tip, but went wide of the net. And they try to get that out. That's a deflection, no icing. Peterson gains possession. That's going to come right over. Come on, Grace. Let's go, Yuli. Yuli gains possession. Puck will come back down to Hendrickson. Hendrickson with the shot. It's deflected off the stick of a skipper. Now comes back over to Hendrickson. Henderson with a rip. Good blocker save on that one. Again, back to Hendrickson. Hendrickson, nice cross by. Hit the skate of Peterson. Puck's going to come back to a skipper. That's going to be a good onside. They hit the puck in, and now that's going to come back out. Now an offsides here. 2:14 to go. Second period. SPL going in for a change. Ness on the draw. Rampart, Samuel, Knapp, and Schaefer. And Samuel gains possession. Puck will go off the boards and go back over to, looks like that's Schaefer. Schaefer's pressured by a couple skippers. It goes back to Maddie. Maddie off the boards, getting the puck up, and that's going to be a good on sides and no icing. They waved it off. SPO forechecking, giving the pressure. Samuel has possession. Comes back to the point. Schaefer with the shot. They good positioning right on front of their net. Puck is down. Rampart's there. Annie's pressuring. Annie trying to get the puck around, getting the puck back over to Samuel. Samuel back to Schaefer. Schaefer with the shot. Deflected. Oh my goodness. Came back. Comes back to Maddie. Maddie with the shot. And a goal. Maddie Knapp from the point. Good rip from 28. Goal number 6. Minute 20 to go on the game clock for the second period. See if I can get some interviews from these B1 boys over here as they prepare for regions. Face-off draw will go to the Skippers. Now that comes back over to a Skipper, back to Maddie. Maddie hitting the puck up, and that's going to come right back down. Now puck's down there. We hit the 1 minute mark in the second period. Oh wow! Shot and had Perez wide open in front of the net. Puck's going to come back down. It's offsides. We'll have a face-off draw. Face-off draw in the neutral zone. Try it. Comes face-off goes to the Skippers. And that puck's going to come back out to the neutral zone. Now back to a Skipper. Good outlet pass. Good pass right across. Just missed her. And here they go. It's going to be an icing call if they call it. 8 seconds to go. Peterson gains possession. Got about 2 seconds to go on the clock, so that should end the second period. So 2 goals for each team. Well, actually, one goal for Tonka, 2 for SPL. We will end period 2 up 6-2. We'll be right back for period 3. Appreciate everybody joining. All right, we're back to period 3. 13 minutes on the clock. We have 14 minutes on the hard clock. And we'll have Bundy on draw. Puck will stay in the neutral zone. Now it's going to come back over to Maddie. Maddie hits the puck over, and that'll come down to Samuel. Comes over to Schaefer. Here comes Ellie. Comes back over to SPL. Bundy. Skipper loses an edge. That puck stays in the zone. Comes back over to Samuel. She hits the puck in. They go in for it. Back down to an SPL. Samuel back to the point. Schaefer with the shot. That's going to come right back over. Good play by Samuel. Samuel with the shot, or get it back to Schaefer with the shot briefly. Minnetonka's there to protect. Puck shot, stick save by the goalie. Comes right out in front. And a save. Save on Bundy's shot. Shots on goal officially 17-6. Ness on the draw. Ness gets the puck over. That's going to come back over to a Skipper. Maddie hits it back in. Puck comes back down to Shanka. The puck back come over to Schaefer. Schaefer with the shot wide of the net. Puck's going to come back around the boards. It's come to a Skipper. They try to hit it out. They do. It should be, no, they're calling deflection on that one, so no icing. That comes down to a Skipper. Now comes right over across. Here comes Maddie. Maddie trying to get the puck over to Bree. Puck down. That's going to come right back out. Maddie getting the puck, and that's going to be a deflection into our zone, or into the Skipper zone. Good on sides. Comes right out in front, and a save. So we'll have a neutral defensive face-off for SPL and the Skippers. And they'll have a face-off draw. It looks like that's Fearson on the draw. Face-off goes to Fearson. It comes back to a Skipper. Rampart's there. Coming right out in front. They have openings, and they shoot, and they score. Skippers on goal number 3. "11 minutes on the hard clock. SPL's up 6-3 right now. Puck will go back to Peterson. Here comes Peterson. Peterson with a shot. Deflected. And a freeze of a puck. Pearson on the draw. And that's going to go down over the corner, come over to a Skipper. Skippers are trying to get around Hendrickson. Good move by Peterson. Peterson with a shot over the net. Comes back down. It's going to come back to Peterson, or Hendrickson at the point. Quinn with the shot, deflected wide. Come back over to Peterson. Peterson with the shot, deflected. And that's going to come back to a Skipper. Offsides. So a neutral zone faceoff. Bundy, Shanka, Perez, Knapp, and Schaefer out for the 5. Face-off draw. We'll go back to SPL to Schaefer. Schaefer with an outlet pass. No icing. Puck comes back down to the corner. Bundy right over, right on in front. And that's going to come back over to a Skipper. Ellie Schaefer with a good play. Now Tonka's got numbers. Comes back over to Maddie. Maddie off the boards. Getting the puck over to Bree. Bundy on forecheck. Puck will come back to Schaefer. She's pressured. Ellie with a nice job getting the puck up to Perez. Yuli trying to get it over to Shanka. Bree's pressured. That's going to come back to Schaefer. Schaefer hits it up. Now a deflection. Good attempt. Schaefer with the shot. Oh, went off of Perez's skate. Went wide of the net. Minnetonka with a pass, comes right over. That's going to stay in the zone. They get the puck in, comes over to Maddie. Maddie off the boards. It's going to come back to the point. Good try from a skipper. Comes right over. It's going to come over to Maddie. Maddie off the boards, gets the puck over to Samuel. Here comes Emma. That gets poke checked. Puck will get hit deep into the zone. Maddie Knapp gains possession. She looks up, gets the puck up to Ness. That's going to come right over to Ness. And that's offsides. Face-off draw right outside SPL zone. 7:32 on the game clock. We have 6 minutes on the hard clock, so we'll be going off of 6 minutes on the hard clock. At face-off, we'll go back over to Rampart. They lose an edge. Puck's going to go behind the net, behind Solberg. Samuel. It's going to come back out to the neutral zone. And he almost took one. Puck's going to come back over to a skipper. Skipper with a pass right across. Comes back over to Hendrickson. Quinn is there with Annie. That's going to stay in the zone. Henderson hits the puck down into SPL zone. We got to get some pressure here. Puck will come back to Peterson at the point. The girl's been there all night long. Puck is hit deep. And that's going to be off the boards. That's going to stay in the SPL zone. Now it's going to come out. Henderson getting the puck, and that's going to be comes over to Rampart. She's there with Ness. Comes back over to Samuel. Samuel hits the puck in. Rampart's going in for a change. Perez out. Puck off the boards. Good play by Hendrickson keeping that puck in. Here comes Ness. Ness with a shot. Ooh. Deflected and bounced. And that'll be a save. Yeah, you got the hard clock. Hard clock just hit 4 minutes. Face-off draw will go to SPL. SPL, Maddie will keep that puck in. Now it's going to come to a skipper. That puck's going to come back out over to Schaefer. It's a good on sides by Ellie. Ellie hits the puck deep. Girls forecheck. Puck comes back over to Maddie. That's going to stay in. Now it's going to come back out into the neutral zone. And a good play. Puck's going to come right back to a skipper. Got to get it out. That will come out. Puck will come back down to Fearson. Ellie down there with Ellie's pressured by a skipper. And she still gains possession. Got to get it off the stick. Nice pass over to Shanka. Bree's getting that puck out in the neutral zone, and that's going to be an offsides. Officially 3 minutes on the hard clock. Face-off draw. Skippers hit in their zone. They gain possession. It's going to stay over. Samuel's there. Now it's going to come to a skipper. They get around Schaefer. That's going to be a penalty. Yeah, she got a slashing call on Ellie Schaefer. Penalty kill. Minute 30 on the clock. Schaefer getting some quality time with Mama in the sin bin. And her sister. Oh, that's quality family time right there. Puck comes to the point. Shot comes over to Quinn. Quinn's off the boards. Here comes Hendrickson. Hendrickson with a good back check. Now over off the boards to a skipper. Shot deflected. Comes to SPL. Bundy tried to get that out. Now a save. 2 minutes on the hard clock. Shots on goal, 19-9. I assume those that are watching for district play, they won't have any issues with streaming. We didn't hear any official words, but regions and state, they don't let you stream, or you might have to be a little creative. But offsides. But you do plan on getting the games either on here on the YouTube channel or Facebook. Doing Facebook Live. We have some connectivity issues with the rink, but districts will be gold bracket Minnetonka Ice Arena for the gold division, and that should end that'll end the season for SPL. So coming up this weekend, I believe. So we won't know schedule until all the teams are completed their games. Estelle getting the puck out. Officially less than a minute to go. As you can see on the hard clock, got 50 seconds. Face-off draw will go over to SPL. Comes back to a skipper. Comes back down. Officially hit the 20-second mark. Skipper's keeping that puck in. It's going to come out in the neutral zone. Comes Perez. Making a move. Come right out in front. Almost a shocker, but the girls are victorious here at Dakota. Mine eyes have seen the glory. Appreciate everybody joining here on a Tuesday evening. 6-3 finale as we finish out the year with the victory. So we'll be updating everybody on district schedules as soon as they become available. But appreciate everybody joining. Go SPL. Have a great evening.